Here's a problem most people in the peptide space have. They know about BPC-157, they know about TB-500, they know about what most people don't know is that these three compounds don't just stack, they complete each other. Each one targets a completely different phase of how your body heals. And when all three phases are covered simultaneously, something changes. The speed changes, the quality of the repair changes, the outcome changes. Board-certified plastic surgeons figured this out first. They started prescribing these three compounds together in a single vial, one daily injection for patients recovering from surgery, and they called it GLOW. Not because it's a beauty treatment, because when tissue repair runs on all three cylinders simultaneously, the results are genuinely visible. I'm Sean. This is PeptideAtoZ, and today we're breaking down the three compound healing stack, what each one does, why they work better together than apart, and what the science actually shows. Here's the structure. We're going to cover how healing actually works, the three phases most people don't know exist, then why each compound in GLOW maps to one of those phases specifically, then what the real evidence shows for each one, then the honest gap because it exists and you deserve to hear it, and then why surgeons are prescribing this for face procedures specifically. Let's build this from the ground up. Before we talk about GLOW, we need to talk about what healing actually is, because most people have never had it explained at the biological level. When tissue is damaged, whether from injury, surgery, inflammation, or just aging, the body responds in three overlapping phases. Phase 1, vascular response. Blood vessels respond to damage immediately. New vessels need to form at the injury site. A process called angiogenesis to bring oxygen, nutrients, and repair signals to the damaged tissue. Without adequate blood supply, nothing else can happen. This phase is the foundation. Phase 2, cellular migration. Specialized repair cells need to physically move to the site of damage. Fibroblasts that make collagen, endothelial cells that build blood vessel walls, epithelial cells that close wounds. The challenge isn't just making these cells, it's getting them to the right place in the right order without creating disorganized scar tissue. This phase is the construction crew arriving. Phase 3, structural rebuild, collagen synthesis, elastin production, extracellular matrix remodeling, the scaffolding of the tissue being rebuilt stronger and more organized than the damaged version. This phase determines the quality of the final repair, whether you get functional, resilient tissue or fragile, restrictive scar. Most compounds and most treatments address one of these phases, maybe two if you're lucky. GLOW addresses all three simultaneously through completely separate molecular pathways. And here is why that matters, because the three phases overlap. They don't happen sequentially, they happen simultaneously, which means if one phase is missing, it limits what the other two can accomplish. Let's map the compounds to the phases. BPC-157 Phase 1, the vascular builder. BPC-157 is a synthetic 15 amino acid peptide derived from a protein found in human gastric juice. Its primary mechanism is nitric oxide pathway modulation and VEGF-driven angiogenesis. It accelerates the formation of new blood vessels at injury sites, providing the vascular infrastructure that every other aspect of repair depends on. This is why BPC-157 has such a remarkable range of reported applications. Tendons, ligaments, gut lining, muscle. It's not because it specifically targets all those tissues. It's because every tissue type requires blood supply to heal. BPC-157 builds the supply chain first. TB-500, Phase 2, the migration coordinator. TB-500 is a synthetic fragment of thymosin beta-4, a protein your body produces naturally during healing. Its primary mechanism is actin regulation. Actin is the internal scaffolding of cells, and regulating it affects how repair cells move through tissue to get where they need to go. Unlike BPC-157, which works primarily at the local injury site, TB-500's mechanism is systemic. It coordinates the movement of repair cells throughout the body. It also reduces the formation of fibrotic scar tissue, meaning the repair cells don't just arrive, they organize into functional tissue rather than disorganized scar. GHK-Cu Phase 3, the structural architect. GHK-Cu is a naturally occurring copper-binding tripeptide found in human blood plasma. It declines by approximately 50% between age 20 and 60. Its primary mechanism is gene expression modulation, Research suggests it influences the expression of over 4,000 genes, including genes related to collagen synthesis, elastin production, antioxidant defense, and tissue remodeling. Where BPC-157 builds the blood supply and TB-500 gets the repair cells in place, GHK-Cu determines the quality of what gets built: more collagen, better organized elastin, stronger extracellular matrix. The difference between tissue that looks repaired and tissue that functions repaired. One compound per phase, 3 phases covered. That's why they work better together. And here's the additional mechanism that makes the combination more than additive. BPC-157 doesn't just build blood vessels, it upregulates growth hormone receptors, making cells more responsive to the natural growth signals that GHK-Cu and TB-500 are activating. The first compound amplifies what the other two can accomplish. Here's what makes GLOW's component evidence base stronger than most peptide stacks. BPC-157 is the most researched non-GLP-1 research peptide by published study count, over 200 peer-reviewed publications. A 2025 systematic review across 36 preclinical studies confirmed consistent findings across multiple tissue types. 3 small human pilot studies exist: intra-articular knee pain, interstitial cystitis, and an enforced safety study published in 2025 that found no adverse effects on cardiac, hepatic, renal, thyroid, or glucose biomarkers at doses of 10 to 20 milligrams in healthy adults. TB-500, the full parent protein, thymosin beta-4, has phase 2 human clinical trial data. 2 phase 2 trials in stasis and pressure ulcers reported faster healing in patients who responded. TB-500 itself, the fragment, has less direct human-specific data, but shares the same core actin regulation mechanism. GHK-Cu has decades of published research, starting with Lauren Pickard's original work, identifying it in human plasma in 1973. The topical cosmetic evidence is the strongest. Multiple clinical studies showing improved skin firmness, elasticity, and collagen density. Injectable systemic evidence is more limited but mechanistically coherent with the topical data. Now the honest gap, because this channel always gives you the complete picture. No peer-reviewed study has evaluated the GLOW formulation as a whole. Every claim about the combination is extrapolated from the individual compound research. We don't know if combining them produces additive effects, synergistic effects, or whether the compounds interact in ways that haven't been studied. That's the real scientific position. What we do know: 3 compounds with complementary, non-overlapping mechanisms, each with meaningful preclinical evidence and meaningful real-world clinical use. That's a stronger foundation than most peptide stacks, but it's not the same as a combination trial. Quick pause, 2 ways to go deeper. Free beginner's guide to peptide science in the description, and the PeptideAtoZ community has the full field guide, AI peptide coach, and live Q&A. Both links below. Here's what makes the GLOW story different from most peptide stack content you'll find online. It's not being used primarily by biohackers sourcing from gray market vendors. It's being prescribed by board-certified plastic surgeons as part of post-operative recovery protocols for face procedures, rhinoplasty, facelifts, eyelid surgery. Where the priority is incision quality and skin remodeling, GHK-Cu does most of the structural work, while BPC-157 and TB-500 support vascular supply and repair cell coordination. 1 daily subcutaneous injection, typically for the first 3 to 4 weeks post-operatively. The reasoning is mechanistically sound. Surgery creates controlled tissue damage. The quality of recovery, how quickly swelling resolves, how well incisions heal, how the collagen matrix rebuilds, determines the final outcome. All 3 phases of healing matter in surgical recovery. GLOW addresses all 3. This doesn't mean GLOW is only for surgical patients. The same healing phases that matter in post-surgical recovery matter in athletic injury, chronic inflammation, and age-related tissue decline. The applications are broader than the surgical context, but the surgical use validates something important. This isn't theory. These compounds are being prescribed in real clinical settings by licensed physicians for documented outcomes. That's a different category from online protocol recommendations. And there's one more thing worth knowing, because GLOW is also the foundation for something more comprehensive that we're covering in the next video. GLOW covers 3 phases of healing. For face procedures, where the inflammatory load is relatively contained, 3 phases is enough. For body procedures with significantly higher inflammatory burden, And for people dealing with chronic systemic inflammation, some physicians add a fourth compound to address what GHK-Cu, BPC-157, and TB-500 don't specifically target. That fourth compound is a designated anti-inflammatory driver. The resulting four-compound stack is called Collagen, and that's the next video. If you want to understand why surgeons prescribe different peptide blends for different procedures and what the fourth compound changes about the entire stack, subscribe. That video drops next week. 3 compounds, 3 phases, 1 vial. BPC-157 building the vascular infrastructure that makes every other repair possible. TB-500 coordinating the cellular migration that determines how well tissue rebuilds. GHK-Cu directing the structural rebuild that determines the quality of the final result. No combination trial exists. Every claim about the stack is extrapolated from individual compound research. That's the honest scientific position. What also exists, over 200 published studies on BPC-157, Phase 2 human wound healing data for thymosin beta-4, decades of GHK-Cu research going back to 1973, and board-certified surgeons prescribing this as a post-operative recovery protocol for their patients. That's more than most peptide stacks can claim. Subscribe for the KOLOE video next, because the fourth compound changes the conversation for anyone dealing with significant inflammation. This is PeptideAtoZ, research, education, longevity. See you in the next one. One last thing. Everything on this channel is for educational purposes only. We're here to break down the science, not to tell you what to do with your body. Nothing in this video is medical advice, and nothing here should be taken as a recommendation to use any specific compound or substance. Always talk to a qualified healthcare professional before making any decisions about your health. We take that seriously, and we think you should too.